woman suddenly turned her head and was startled. It turned out her own dog. Just before leaving, she wanted to take off the collar on the dog's neck, but accidentally triggered the car alarm. The woman ran off at full speed. Why does going on a trip feel like being a thief? Turns out the woman's name is Dame. Her husband, Jack, is a very awesome scientist. He invented an invisibility cloak. So their family doesn't have to worry about food or drink. They are quite rich. Because Jack's desire for control reached a terrifying level, he even wanted to possess the stars he saw. So he installed surveillance all over the house. But Dame couldn't stand the kind of life where even going to the bathroom was monitored, so she planned to leave home and head far away. In the evening, Dame made Jack a cup of close eyes, no fight water. After making sure he was deeply asleep, Dame packed her luggage and sneaked out. But the dog accidentally triggered the alarm with a beep beep. Dame agilely climbed over the wall and ran through the small forest. Her sister had been waiting for a long time. Just as Dame got in the car, Jack came running barefoot. At that time, he smashed the window with one punch. The sister was terrified, stepped on the gas and left Jack behind. After successfully escaping, Dame stayed at a friend's house. One day, she suddenly received a message. Her husband Jack had accidentally passed away and left her $5 million. The lawyer reminded Dame that if she wanted the money, she must not commit any illegal acts. Dame casually agreed, thinking only of the inheritance. So she shared part of the inheritance with her friends and was ready to enjoy carefree days. But then strange things started happening every day. The stove for frying steak suddenly turned up by itself. At night, the blanket was mysteriously pulled off. Dame constantly felt like someone was in the house. The document she had prepared in advance for a job interview mysteriously disappeared from her bag. Dame got up to leave, but slowly closed her eyes and fainted. After waking up in the hospital, the doctor told her there was a large amount of sleeping pill ingredients in her body. Dame was confused. She had never taken a single pill. The last time she used any pills was on Jack. After going home and taking a shower, she was shocked to find the glass. That bottle of sleeping pills appeared on the sink. Frightened, Dame went to her sister for comfort, but someone had used Dame's account to send her sister a message saying they would never contact again. So the sister coldly turned her away. Dame kept feeling Jack was not dead. She took out her phone and tried to call Jack's number. At that moment, the ringtone rang in the upstairs storage room. Dame went up and found the missing interview documents. Beside them was Jack's old pager. Then a message popped up on the screen. Hollow a surprise! Terrified, Dame looked toward the stairs and poured a bucket of paint down the stairs. To her surprise, an invisible person appeared in front of her. That's right, the invisible person was her supposedly dead husband. Dame jumped down from the attic and grabbed a self-defense item to look for Jack. After washing off the paint, Jack became invisible again. Dame could only be tossed and thrown around like a toy. She took the opportunity to throw a plate at him, got up and ran off. She quickly called a Didi, ride-hailing car, and returned home. After greeting the dog, she indeed found an invisibility suit in the lab. Such precise equipment, it was hard to believe it was developed by her husband. After pulling it off the mannequin, she hid it in the wardrobe. At this moment, Jack walked in and threw Dame out. Dame took off running again. On the road, she called her sister and told her face-to-face what was happening. The two agreed to meet and sat down at a bar. As soon as Dame opened her mouth, she froze in place. As expected, she was identified as the murderer. The police sent her to a mental hospital. No matter how loudly Dame shouted, no one believed what she said. She was given a sedative injection. Dame's consciousness gradually blurred. At that moment, Jack appeared again by her side. Dame was treated as a mental patient and locked in the hospital. One day, the doctor told Dame, "You're pregnant," and said the pregnancy was recent. Dame was confused. She hadn't played poker, had sex recently. Just then, the lawyer showed up, having caught the scent. Because Dame had committed a violation, she had broken the inheritance clause, so the inheritance would be taken back. But the lawyer gave Dame another option: reconcile with Jack and give birth to the child. Dame saw through Jack and the lawyer's conspiracy and angrily threw a stack of documents. While the lawyer was picking things up, Dame secretly stole a pen. That night, after the doctor left, Dame pulled out the pen and stabbed her arm with it. She guessed Jack must be in the room. Sure enough, Jack reached out to stop her. Then Dame struck him directly. Jack started to flicker and glow. The night duty police heard the noise and came to check. Jack grabbed the stun baton and shocked the police unconscious. Dame tried to run but was caught and dragged back by the police. Jack then knocked another police officer to the ground. One officer saw a floating gun in midair and was scared out of his mind. The invisibility suit was damaged. Jack had to go back and change clothes. Dame planned to take advantage of his weakness and end him. She grabbed a gun and chased after him. It happened to be raining outside. Jack was flickering in and out of sight. She crept up to the car but didn't find Jack. Then Jack suddenly grabbed Dame by the throat and told her, "If you want to mess with me, I'll kill all your friends." After Jack left, Dame quickly called her friend to explain the situation. However, her friend's daughter was being assaulted at home. The friend rushed over with a gun and found her daughter lying on the ground, as if something was pressing down on her. As soon as she approached, she was thrown to the ground. The friend was beaten until she was covered in blood. Dame arrived and sprayed a fire extinguisher into the air. Sure enough, Jack appeared. She pulled out the pistol on her and shot Jack down. When Dame removed the mask, she discovered this wasn't her husband Jack, but his younger brother. The police arrived at the villa and found the real Jack tied up in the basement. Jack said everything was a plot by his younger brother, using his research results to deceive people and get rich. The police believed Jack's words. However, Dame didn't think it was that simple. She knew Jack very well. The younger brother was just his scapegoat to clear his own name. Due to lack of evidence, the police had no choice but to release Jack. Later, Dame called Jack and said she wanted to have dinner together. Dame put on makeup and arrived at the villa looking pretty. Jack had already been waiting for a long time. The dinner table scene was as warm as when the two had first met. During the conversation, Dame asked Jack, "Was your brother really that bad?" Jack said, "Of course, he pretended to be me and tricked you." Then Jack said that word again. Surprise. Dame was so angry she was grinding her teeth. In the middle, Dame got up to go to the bathroom. Jack was suddenly controlled. When Dame came out, she was scared stiff. She quickly took out her phone to call an ambulance, then slowly exited the surveillance view. After hanging up, the performance ended. Dame looked calmly at Jack on the ground and said, "Surprise!" When the police and her friend arrived, Dame was holding the invisibility device and laughed.